Mark, first of all, welcome to Milton Keynes and your feelings, your emotions on being appointed head coach of MK Dons.
Listen, delighted to be here. Really excited to be given the opportunity from the chairman and Simon and Liam. But yeah, excitement is how I can describe how I'm feeling at the minute. I mean, looking at the stadium around me now, it's a fantastic arena to come and play football and be a part of something special. So yeah, really excited to be here.
And just as we kind of close the door on your Leeds chapter for the time being, who knows what will happen in the future. Jesse Marsh has said some wonderful things about you on your departure and paid tribute to you and the work that you've done at the club. That must be hugely pleasing.
Yeah, listen, it was. I've worked with Jesse a small time since he came in, and he put a lot of trust in me as a coach when he came into it. He didn't know me, and we got to know each other really quickly, and we've built up a strong relationship. And it was an emotional day when I kind of told him that I'd be leaving and speaking to the players and Jesse, and to hear him say those words, really, it fills my heart a little bit. That I've been able to impact something and impact somebody who we've only known for a short space of time. So for him to say those words, it's nice to hear. So yeah. I hope that I can fulfil the job down here and do a good job down here, so people can speak well about me again.
After all, wherever you're working, whatever you're doing, we're people. It's good to leave on good terms and be decent with people, isn't it?
I think, listen, whatever industry you're in, it's about dealing with people, and I think that's a big part of my leadership, where I want to connect with people. I want to engage with people. I want to give people responsibility and ownership of what they do, because I'm coming into a football club here which is filled with people who are experts in their field. So I want to tap into that. I want to enhance it and bring people together. I think I've got a skill set what can do that. I've worked with some fantastic managers, and the last one I've just said there, working with Jesse Marsh and looking at his leadership skills was a real eye opener for me, and I've learnt a lot in a short space of time, and I'm trying to implement that now myself to be successful.
And obviously coming through the ranks at Leeds, and you've obviously reached the point, clearly because you're here, you've reached the point where you wanted to sail your own ship. Why did you choose MK Dons? What was it about this football club that you thought, actually, yes, this is the time?
Well, one of the reasons you're looking around it now and you look at the fantastic stadium they're playing in here, so that's a reason in itself. But speaking to the chairman and Liam and Simon, I just had a real feel for it. Standing in front of people, sometimes there's obviously nerves and stuff like that, but I felt really comfortable. I think they felt comfortable with me as well. So I don't know. People talk about gut feelings sometimes, and I had a feeling that this was just right for me. And the longer I've spent at the club, from getting up this morning and meeting Liam and having breakfast and meeting the staff and the players and going to training and meeting the people around the building, that feeling's getting stronger every hour it goes along in the day. So I think my gut feeling was right. It just felt right, and hopefully we can start to build something really successful.
You'll sleep well tonight, won't you?
Probably not. I think I need to sleep well, but I probably won't, because I'll have that many things going around in my mind. But yeah, listen, I'll certainly be trying to do that. But listen, we've got a lot of things to do in a short space of time. We know we have to impact things on the pitch. I'm fully aware of that. I've got ideas of how to do that and how we can tweak certain things. The team are in a good position. The previous manager, everybody speaks really highly of him as well. And it's just these things happen in football sometimes, and there's not many things that we need to tweak. But yeah, if we can get those little things right, then we can start to make progress on the pitch.
And you've had some great experience with young players, developing players from under 15 level all the way through, and that's actually going to be really key here at MK Dons with the playing staff.
Yeah, I think it's a young squad. We've got some senior players in there, of course, and my philosophy is that, listen, I want to improve every player, whether they're a young player or an older player, we can improve. But I think my background in dealing with young players at Leeds and throughout my coaching career as well as senior players, is that I've got a wide skill set of knowing how to deal with them, how to get the best out of them, and how to develop them. And ultimately, I'm judged on getting the team right, but I see a kind of a process in that is developing each and every single individual and making them better. And if we get that right as well, the team will come together as well. So yes, I'm confident that I can work with these young players and improve them.
And the chairman has said that there'll be an opportunity in January to add to the playing staff as well. Obviously there's lots of people looking at the same time for new players, but there's an opportunity in January.
Yeah, I think that's part of the chairman's philosophy and his staff who work with him, that we want to always grow, we want to get better, we want to improve, and I think that's a healthy position to be in. I mean, to know that we can look at the squad, and I'll be sitting down with Liam and Simon and talking through it, and identifying areas where we can develop and push on. But also it's important for me now to look over the squad now and assess what we have and how we can improve that in the short term, and obviously look towards January as well and see what kind of business we can do.
Were you familiar with any of the current squad before you've come in? I mean, I know how these things work. Sometimes you know one or two people that have been throughout the games. Are you familiar with the squad?
Well, listen, you've got Bradley Johnson there. You've got a few senior players in there who I know from watching over times. But in that short space of time from when the approach came, and I've been tirelessly looking at players' clips. I was down here to watch a Leicester game. I come down to watch a Leicester game, so that was a great insight to watch the game live. I'll be looking at videos of players tonight, and I've been constantly doing that. So listen, it's an ongoing evaluation of the players, and there's no better place to see them than on the training pitch, and also in and around the building as well, to get to know them. And that's a key thing for me as a head coach. I want to get to know the players, and about their football ability, but about them as people as well, because I think dealing with players as people first is really, really important. And that's what we're trying to build here, that kind of culture, and get better in that way.
And the chairman calls it the MK way, and one or two people do have a little laugh at the way he says that, but and he admitted it himself. But there is a style of football that he wants at this football club, but that ties in with what you want, isn't it? With one or two tweaks here and there, but it ties in with your philosophy. Yeah,
100%. I mean, you talked about why I was interested in the job, and because of this, like we're looking around now. But the identity of the club is that what fits with me. They want to play football. They want to play out, and I think they want to dominate the ball. And I think I can come and continue that, but enhance it as well with tweaks here and there to help it. But add in maybe a little bit of work against the ball and things like that, so we can build on the identity what's been here for many years now. What the chairman wants.
And one other thing that the chairman's, when I did my interview with him, talked about was the way that you talked about the community and the fans and immersing yourself in everything that's MK Dons, not just the football club, but obviously the whole picture. And there's been a little disconnect between the fans and the club of late, and that's part of your role as well. But you presumably you want to get your teeth stuck into that.
Yeah, of course. Listen, that's a modern way, and in my opinion, that's how things should be done. I'm here to be the head coach of the football team, but you have a responsibility to the fans and the football club to engage and kind of immerse yourself in the community, and that's what I want to do, and that's why I wanted to come down here straight away. I wanted to get going, and I've said to the staff in and around whatever you need from me, and if we need that from the players as well, because if we can get the players understanding that, I'm sure they do a lot of great work. I think my phone call with Liam was just saying he was at a Christmas party with some of the players before the game, and I said that started the conversation off about engaging with the community and things like that. I think that's really, really important. I've tried to do it throughout my career, and I'll continue to do that.
And in amongst all these press interviews and looking around the club and looking at it, you've got to prepare for a game on Boxing Day, Forest Green. How much work have you done on that, and how much help are you getting? Well,
the staff, like I said, I've been looking at that since discussion started, really. So I had to keep looking at that. The staff are doing a fantastic job here, so I'll be going straight from this interview now to sit down with the team to look at what they've picked up for our opponents and what our plan's going to be, and we'll work on that today, tomorrow, and going into training before the game. But listen, they've been doing some fantastic work, and I'll draw on that in the short term. And like I said, I want to give people responsibility. There's experts in there who kind of know the league a little bit more than me as well, so I'll be drawing on them, and we'll be working tirelessly to get an upturn in results immediately.
And finally, you must be thrilled, because Boxing Day, you've got a game in 2 days' time, and a chance to get stuck in straight away at home with the fans, at a crucial time of the year.
Yeah, listen, it's a great time. I know as I've got many friends who are supporters of football clubs, and they love coming on Boxing Day to watch the games and things like that. So it's a great time for the supporters, and it's up to us as players to prepare correctly and make sure we're ready to go and give everything out there on the pitch and perform like we know we can, and get the 3 points. That's what we'll be aiming for.